On the night of July 6th, Russia reported a drone attack and claimed its air defenses shot down 120 UAVs. Naval drones were also reportedly spotted near Novorossiysk. The Russian Ministry of Defense provided the breakdown of the drones allegedly destroyed. 30 over Bryansk region, 29 over Kursk region, 18 over Oryol region, 17 over Belgorod region, 13 over Tula region, 4 over Kaluga region, 3 over Leningrad region, 2 over Smolensk region, 2 over Novgorod region, 1 over Tver region, 1 over the Azov Sea. At 12:43 a.m., Andrei Kravchenko, the Kremlin-appointed mayor of Novorossiysk, announced that Russian forces were repelling an attack by unmanned boats. Just 4 minutes later, the mayor shared more details. Traffic is blocked on the embankment from Isaiva Street to Suvorovskaya Street. Walking there is also prohibited. Back in fall 2024, OSINT analysts reported that Russia had already moved key Black Sea Fleet ships out of Novorossiysk, expecting Ukrainian long-range strikes.
Андрей. Ой, блядь. А это что ты слышал? Блядь.
У нас уже все. Это просто пиздец. Уже и сирены, и жуткие выстрелы. Это где-то в море происходит, вообще непонятно.
On the night of July 6th, Russia reported a drone attack and claimed its air defenses shot down 120 UAVs. Naval drones were also reportedly spotted near Novorossiysk. The Russian Ministry of Defense provided the breakdown of the drones allegedly destroyed. 30 over Bryansk region, 29 over Kursk region, 18 over Oryol region, 17 over Belgorod region, 13 over Tula region, 4 over Kaluga region, 3 over Leningrad region, 2 over Smolensk region, 2 over Novgorod region, 1 over Tver region, 1 over the Azov Sea. At 12:43 a.m., Andrei Kravchenko, the Kremlin-appointed mayor of Novorossiysk, announced that Russian forces were repelling an attack by unmanned boats. Just 4 minutes later, the mayor shared more details. Traffic is blocked on the embankment from Isaiva Street to Suvorovskaya Street. Walking there is also prohibited. Back in fall 2024, OSINT analysts reported that Russia had already moved key Black Sea Fleet ships out of Novorossiysk, expecting Ukrainian long-range strikes. Armenia has begun the process of shutting down Russian TV channels broadcast in the country. The Television and Radio Commission has accused RTR Planeta and Channel 1, World Network, of spreading misinformation, provocation, insulting Armenian officials, and interfering in internal affairs. Russia has also failed to comply with the terms of the 2020 agreement on broadcasting Armenian public television on its multiplex. Russian propagandist Mardan calling Armenia an inferior colony of Russia.
Do you think we are right in general in our global relations with Armenia or not?
Russia is always right in everything. There can be no allied relations between such a large, beautiful and populous country like Russia and such a strange, completely artificial entity like Armenia. Well, I don't want to offend anyone. I'm just stating there can be no allied relations in principle. Allies, well, at least should be comparable. There are no allies. There is relations with countries like Armenia, hypothetical Armenia in quotes, can be of the following format. Either they move in Russia's orbit, some call it the offensive word satellites. Why? I don't see anything offensive about it. Either they move in someone else's orbit. With Armenia and Azerbaijan, it's the opposite. So, well, what kind of allied relations can there be here? Well, could ma'am.
Well, there was an agreement. There was a Collective Security Treaty Organization agreement. So what? Oh, well.
The thesis that an agreement is worth more than money is an agreement between people when two specific individuals agree on something. An agreement is worth more than money. But
it's the country leaders who negotiate.
Nothing of the sort. Countries make agreements. Any interstate treaties, it's always been like this, are like this, and will be like this. They have an expiration date. So, they are made, and then at some point, they are either officially denounced, or they are later denounced in fact. Because the love has gone, the tomatoes have withered, that's it. The same CSTO was signed at a very specific moment. Well, if anyone's interested, rewind history and see when the CSTO was signed, in what situation, what the setup was. Now the setup is categorically different. What's there to say about it? And ultimately, our possible allied and other relationships with the former Soviet countries, well, they depend on the outcome of the war.
If China attacks Taiwan, Beijing may ask Moscow to open a second front against NATO states, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte said in an interview with the New York Times. Fears of escalating Chinese military intervention in Taiwan have risen sharply since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. The war has served as a possible model of how both Taipei and the international community might respond if Beijing decides to invade. There's an increasing realization, and let's not be naive about this. If Xi Jinping would attack Taiwan, he would first make sure that he makes a call to his very junior partner in all of this, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, residing in Moscow, and telling him, hey, I'm going to do this and I need you to keep them busy in Europe by attacking NATO territory, Rutte said. That is most likely the way this will progress. And to deter them, we need to do two things. One is that NATO, collectively, being so strong that the Russians will never do this. And second, working together with the Indo-Pacific, something President Donald Trump is very much promoting, Rutte added. Western officials and analysts point to Russia's surging military expenditures amid its ongoing full-scale invasion of Ukraine. In 2024, Russia's defense budget reportedly rose 42% in real terms, reaching $462 billion, surpassing the combined spending of all European nations, according to the International Institute for Strategic Studies. NATO allies have cited Russia's military buildup, sabotage campaigns, and continued aggression against Ukraine as reasons to accelerate defense investments. Rutte previously warned that Russia could rebuild its military capacity to threaten NATO territory within 5 years, urging members to act with urgency. Several Russian airports have canceled flights due to the safety concerns over Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian cities, Russia's Rosaviatsia Aviation Authority reported. Russia's defense ministry claimed that it had intercepted 120 drones on Russian territory overnight between July 5th and July 6th. Ukraine hasn't commented on the report. Kiev's drone campaign, which has increasingly disrupted civilian air travel in Russia, is part of Ukraine's broader strategy to undermine Russia's logistics far beyond the front line. Rosaviatsia confirmed the temporary pause in flights at Moscow's Sheremetyevo airport, citing airspace restrictions over the capital and strong winds. At Sheremetyevo, 174 flights were canceled and 47 more were delayed, causing crowds of passengers to form at the airport. Rosaviatsia also noted that flights at other Russian airports, including St. Petersburg's Pulkovo, were temporarily halted due to safety concerns. Flight delays and cancellations were also announced at Strigino Airport in Nizhny Novgorod and in Kaluga. The Kyiv Independent couldn't immediately verify these claims. This latest drone attack on Moscow follows an earlier Ukrainian operation targeting the Borisoglebsk airfield in Russia's Voronezh Oblast overnight on July 5th. Ukraine's general staff reported that the strike damaged a warehouse containing guided bombs, aircraft, and other military assets. The Borisoglebsk airfield is known to host Su-34, Su-35S, and Su-30SM jets, which Russia regularly employs in airstrikes against Ukraine. Military assessments are underway, with initial reports suggesting a training and combat aircraft may have been destroyed. NASA's Fire Information for Resource Management System, FIRMS, detected a fire near the Borisogleb military airfield shortly after the strike. Residents in the area reported 8 to 10 powerful explosions around 2 a.m. local time, according to the Russian independent outlet Astra. The attack on Borisogleb was part of a broader overnight drone campaign across Russia, with explosions and fires reported in at least 6 regions.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.